Hey friends, Teacher Kayla here, and today we are talking about arrival fallacy. We're going to talk more about what that means in just a minute, but basically we're looking at why people don't feel happy or overjoyed when they achieve their goals. This topic really hit home for me as a business owner because I understand how difficult it can be sometimes to celebrate those small wins and how you really don't know how to feel once you achieve certain goals. So we're going to talk about what this means, why it happens, and some ways to overcome this in just a few minutes. One more thing before we jump into all of that, I have left a link down below in the description to a free PDF that goes along with this video. This is a workbook that I've put together for you. I've done this for all of my videos up to now. It is jam-packed full of information. It has more information about the topic. It has vocabulary, it has practice, even answers, and it is just a wonderful resource to have to go along with this topic. And it's all free. So go ahead and check that out. Make sure to download it. I have really put in a lot of effort for this for you guys because I want to see you succeed. Make sure to check that out and let's get into it. Okay, so here we are on the Ingu website, and again, our article title is Arrival Fallacy, When Your Dreams Don't Make You Happy. And this is a level 8 advanced health lesson. We're going to start with the vocabulary. This is exercise 1, and the first word is fallacy. A fallacy is an idea or belief that is not true, so that is false. Again, say it with me, fallacy. The belief that money will bring you happiness is a fallacy. The second word we have here is visualize. This one's a little tough. Visualize. And this means to picture something in your mind. For example, when I visualize my dream home, I picture a house by the sea. Our third word is illusion. Illusion has that same j sound as visualize. Illusion. And an illusion is the appearance or feeling of something that isn't there. So, for example, people often use social media to create the illusion that they have the perfect life. Yes, people do this all the time. You might see pictures where you think people have the perfect life and maybe they are not actually happy. Our next word is emptiness. Emptiness is the quality of having no purpose, meaning, or value. So, for example, I felt nothing but emptiness after my dog passed away. So emptiness. I didn't feel anything really. I didn't have any strong emotions, but it just doesn't feel good. It feels like that there's nothing left. Our next word is overestimate. Overestimate. This means to think that something is bigger than it is. For example, the agent overestimated the value of the house, so it stayed on the market for a long time. The agent overestimated the value, meaning that the agent was trying to charge much more than what the house was actually worth. So it stayed on the market for much longer, meaning that no one bought the house because it wasn't worth what the agent thought it was or what the agent said it was. For the last piece of vocabulary, we have a phrase, and this phrase is put on a pedestal. If you put something or someone on a pedestal, then you're putting importance on this person or thing and making them more important than they are. And our example says, celebrities are often put on a pedestal, even though they're just ordinary people like you and me. So sometimes this is used in relationships, and someone might say, you put your partner on a pedestal and it's like they can do no wrong, meaning that you think that they are so great that they would never do anything bad, but maybe they have done something bad. And just like with celebrities, someone that you put up on a pedestal and think so highly of, it's hard to see their flaws. Let's go ahead and let's read the article together here. So again, our title is Arrival Fallacy, When Your Dreams Don't Make You Happy. Do you have a goal you want to achieve before your next birthday or by the end of the decade perhaps? We often hear about the importance of setting goals, even visualizing them to help motivate us. We may think of these goals as the key to our happiness. Achieve them and everything will be perfect. Sounds good, right? But have you ever reached a goal and instead of feeling happy, you've thought, is that it? Or now what? That feeling has a name. Author Tal Ben-Shahar, who wrote the 2008 book Happier, calls it arrival fallacy, the illusion that reaching our goals will bring us lasting happiness. Whether it's a new job, owning your dream home, or something else, there might be some initial joy, but if you're experiencing arrival fallacy, that may be followed by emptiness and pressure to achieve something new. So why does this happen? Surely achieving our goals is enough to make us happy. Not always. According to experts, we might be overestimating the happiness that such achievements will bring. And social scientist Adam Dorr says we often make the mistake of imagining our goal as a fixed object, when really it's just part of the constantly moving conveyor belt of life. Ooh, I like that. That was put very well. But Ben-Shahar adds that arrival fallacy doesn't mean we shouldn't set ourselves goals. I agree with this. In fact, we need them to give our lives focus. They just don't need to be put on pedestals. There is that phrase, put on pedestals. As well as large things, our goals should include many small things, like helping out more around the house or spending more time with family. Small but important goals that don't just end. If we really want to beat arrival fallacy, we also have to work out what makes us happy. And in surveys, spending quality time with people we care about is often number one for happiness. Even if we do have clear career goals or personal ambitions, experts remind us to think about enjoying the journey too and not just the destination. Let's take a second and talk about what all of this means. Basically, what they're saying is that arrival fallacy happens to a lot of us because we put these goals on a pedestal and we say, as long as I make $10,000 a month, then I will be happy. Or as long as I can buy that home that I've always wanted for me and my family, then I'll be happy. And we put these goals up on these pedestals and we say, that's what I have to achieve. Now, honestly, if you don't achieve it, you might feel like a failure. And if you do achieve it, you might say, well, now what? You are placing too much importance on that goal. And what is suggested within this article, and what I also agree with, is that you should be setting smaller, more digestible goals along the way so that you can celebrate those wins as you do them and as you achieve them, but also to keep you motivated to keep going. And if you are lucky enough to achieve that big, mega, put on a pedestal goal, then once you achieve that, you don't just stop. You just keep going. You make another goal and more small goals along the way to get to the next goal and so forth. Because as they pointed this out within the article, we need goals to give us purpose. Don't think that having goals is a bad thing. Having goals is an amazing thing. I have a vision board because I think that goals are so important and I update it regularly. I think that it is important to write down goals or make a vision board or both in order to have things to work towards, but to not just include a good job or a dream home, but to include doing things with your family, to include doing things for yourself, to include your hobbies, as well as your finances and things that you would like to do with your career. That's my 2 cents, as well as the meaning behind this article. Let's jump down to the discussion, and we are going to talk about some ways that we can answer some of these questions. So as usual, I'll give you a couple of alternative ways that you can answer some of these questions. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1. So what are your thoughts on arrival fallacy? Have you ever experienced it? So I'm just going to give you an idea of a thought first, and we're going to go with, I think arrival fallacy is a very real issue. I think that it happens to many people. You can put your own thoughts here. You can put your own spin on this to make it specific to you and how you feel about it. So it goes on to ask, have you ever experienced it? You could say, yes, I have experienced arrival fallacy. I wanted to buy my dream home for years. Once I finally did, it felt like there was nothing left for me to do. I had achieved my goal and I didn't understand why I wasn't happy. So I'd achieved my goal and didn't understand why I wasn't happy. And I think this, like we talked about, this happens a lot. And it's because we need more and more goals to try to achieve, right? Let's try from the no side of things. So have you ever experienced it? No, I have not experienced arrival fallacy, but I can understand why it might happen. This depends on your thoughts. So you might say, no, I've never experienced it and I don't think it's a real thing. I think that I will be happy when I achieve this certain goal. But as the research has proved, it sounds like maybe that is not the case. I want you to use what you feel and your thoughts and to make your own sentences here. And if you want to share your thoughts, please remember you can always do that down in the comments. I love to hear what you guys have to say. So please share with me any thoughts about this topic. And you can answer any of these questions. Just put the question and answer it down below. Because again, I think this is really very interesting topic and I think this would be great for us to discuss. Let's try the next one. When was the last time you achieved a goal? How did you feel? I'm going to take this from my own personal experience. I do celebrate the small wins when I achieve certain goals. By posting these videos, I'm achieving a goal. So I think that that is pretty great to be able to celebrate that. I think also every time that I'm able to help a student achieve a goal, that's a big achievement for me. And recently I was able to do that. So I recently achieved a goal when I helped my student get a spot in a program where she was able to travel to America for free with her school. And this might have been her goal, but it also became my goal to help her. And by helping her, I helped her to achieve her goal of coming to America for free, having it all paid for by her school, and she was able to do a presentation down in Florida. I think this was a great way for us both to achieve our goals. Your goal doesn't have to just be your goal. It could be yours and your partner's goal, or yours and a friend's goal, or yours and a client's goal. But I think this may be considered a small win to some people, but I think this was a pretty big thing, and I think it's pretty amazing. And it says, how did you feel? I felt amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I'm sure that the last goal that you were able to achieve made you feel amazing too. That's why it's so good to set these goals that we can continue to achieve so that we can feel good about ourselves and we can feel that feeling of achievement and success within our lives. Let's go to number 3. This says, are you in the habit of writing down your goals for the future? For me, yes, I am in the habit of writing down my goals for the future. I find that it helps me to achieve my goals more easily. I do really believe this. I regularly use my planner to write down some big goals and to also write down some weekly goals. I know you can't probably see everything there, but I do write down weekly goals. I write down monthly goals. I write down quarterly goals. I even write down yearly goals. I have been trying to make lots of goals so that I can see what I'm able to achieve and I can push myself to do more. And it does give me such a wonderful feeling of achievement. As an alternative, you could also say, no, I'm not in the habit of writing down my goals, but I can see the importance of doing so. Maybe you are not already writing down your goals, but you know that it's important to do it. All right, so number 4, do you have any small goals that you're working towards? Yes, I have several small goals that I am working towards, and then you can name some of them if you like. For example, I want to spend more time with my son, so I am making it a goal to finish work 30 minutes earlier than usual each day this week so that I can have time to spend with him. I will finish work 30 minutes earlier each day this week so I can have more time to spend with my son. That is a good goal. So if you don't have small goals, then you could say something like, no, I don't have any small goals I'm working towards, but I will think of some now, or I will think of some later today or tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's important for you to do this. So take my advice, take the article's advice, and start writing down some goals so that you can start working towards different things. Even if they're small goals, even if it's to take a few minutes extra to spend with your child, or maybe it's to work 30 minutes more each day in order to try to get a promotion, or maybe it is speaking to someone new every day in order to practice and improve your confidence. So just think about some goals that you can set, even just small goals, to help you achieve something. And try to think of that bigger goal too. And the last one, number 5, who are the most ambitious people you know? Oh, I love this. I think I would have to say, for me, one of the most ambitious people that I know is my sister. She is an attorney and owns her own business. She is always working very hard to improve herself. She is very ambitious. So who is the most ambitious person that you know? Think about it, write it down here, share it in the comments. We're just gonna wrap this up here. Thank you guys so much for following along with me today, and I hope that you really enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please remember to like this video and subscribe if you haven't. Also, please reach out to me if you would like to go over more of that discussion. Please remember that you can reach out to me on some of my social platforms. Those are linked down in the description below. You can send me a message, or you can leave a comment down below as well. I love to hear from you guys, and let me know if there's something you would like to see, if you have a question, or if you would like to have more of a discussion about this topic. That is it for today. Remember to pick up your PDF if you haven't. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Goodbye.